Senator Respicio, you're recognized.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair, and good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Madam Chair, I move that, notwithstanding the House rules, we waive items 2, 3, 4, and 5.
On that motion, then, without any objections, so ordered.
Roll call.
Okay, roll call.
Senator Tom Etta. Senator Tony Etta.
Present.
Senator Argan. Senator Blas. Senator Calvo. Senator Cruz. Senator Espaldon. Senator Guthertz. Senator Munya Barnes. Senator Palacios. Senator Pangilinan. Senator Respicio. Senator Tatawi. Senator Tenorio. Speaker Wampen.
Present.
Madam Speaker, wish to report there is a quorum.
Thank you very much. Senator Respicio, you're recognized.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, on call for approval of the Legislative Journal, I move that we approve that Legislative Journal dated September 7th, 2010 to September 13, 2010, subject to correction.
On that motion, without any objections, so ordered.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. There are communications and petitions, and I move that they be appended to today's session journal.
On that motion, without any objections, so ordered.
Madam Speaker, there are messages from the Governor of Guam, and I move that they also be appended to today's session journal.
On that motion, without any objections, so ordered.
And on item 10, there are reports of standing committees, and I move the same.
On that motion, without any objections, so ordered.
There are no reports of select committees, and so under item 12, Madam Speaker, I move that Bill number 463-30 to Bill number 491-30, Resolution 445-30 to Resolution 482-30, and Legislative Certificate 213-30 through 225-30 be given its first reading.
On that motion, without any objections, so ordered.
Madam Speaker, I move that the following senators be excused from today's session. Senator Munya Barnes, Senator Tadagui, because both of them are indicated they are off island, and the other remaining senators,
And the Vice Speaker's of Island.
the Vice Speaker Cruz rather, and then Senators Calvo, Tenorio, and Senator Spaldon.
On that motion, then, without any objections, so ordered. On
Madam-
motions?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, my first motion is that any congratulatory, commendatory, or condolence resolution in nature introduced before the end of the day be considered as having its first reading and adopted, and to add all senators as co-sponsors to allow the legal counsel to make technical corrections.
On that motion, without any objections, so ordered.
Madam Speaker, I move then on the motion to resolve in the Committee of the Whole for the purpose of conducting a state memorial service for the late Honorable Maria S.N. Liangorel, former Vice Mayor Tuuning Tuman.
Are there any objections? There being none?
Oh, can I just, sorry, before that, Madam Speaker,
Yes.
can I move that we waive items 13 through 20 of this agenda, and then I make my motion to resolve in the Committee of the Whole.
Motions 14,
13
13,
Yeah.
13 to,
through 20, waive that.
okay, on that motion then to waive those items without any objections, so ordered.
And then my motion to resolve in the Committee of the Whole for purpose of conducting that state funeral.
Senator Pangilinan, on the motion?
No objection to that, but before we resolve into committee of the whole, I'd like to move, Madam Speaker, I'm a little concerned in the petitions and messages from the governor, for example, that we have one bill, for example, here, that was signed into law on April 2nd of this year, but only being transmitted now.
Yes.
And, you know, I mean, it really, that's the first time I've seen that
I've,
take that long to be transmitted. And I think that I'd like to move that we just make sure that it's not us that missed it. It is not us
No,
that
it's not
missed it.
us,
That the
yeah.
governor just,
there's been several bills that we've been noticing that have been signed. You're
There's
right,
two
they're
more
beyond-
bills?
Yes.
that I passed
Yes.
in January
Yes.
and it's just sat up there. I mean, that's unheard of.
You are right.
And I think that we need to somehow communicate to the governor, coming from the speaker, that that's unacceptable from, for the people of Guam, that we have some issues, legislation passed by this body required for action within 10 days, and then the governor to just not do anything with it, not even tell us his intention. And I think that under maybe a resolution or something out of this body, but I certainly think that's not acceptable at all. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Absolutely, and the chair totally agrees with you. So on the previous motion, without any objection, to resolve into the committee of the whole for the purpose of then having a state funeral. So on that motion, then, without any objection, so ordered. So we're recessed.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Speaker. So we recess until Wednesday, or subject to call of the Speaker.
Based on that motion, then, without any objection, so ordered.